Selbst wenn man wollte, ein Supersportwagen wie der Turbo will auch nach außen hin seine Leistungsfähigkeit nie verbergen können. Uns kommt es immer darauf an, dass man dem neuen Turbo auch die Kultur ansieht, mit der er seine Leistung erbringt und fasziniert. Schließlich sollten nicht nur alle Komponenten des Fahrzeugs absolut miteinander harmonieren, sondern auch alle Designelemente eine ästhetische Einheit darstellen. Er ist übrigens der erste Porsche, dessen Design wir komplett am Computer entwickelt haben.
A quarter of a century ago, we presented the public a sports car that set the standard while ignoring all conventions. A sports car which would set uncompromising standards for performance. A sports car which has become the symbol for pure pleasure in road performance. A sports car keeping up long-standing traditions and at the same time adjusting to changing values. The Porsche 911 Turbo. It never followed trends, it always followed the ideal and its driver.
Ich glaube, das ist eine Lösung, an der wir weiterarbeiten sollten.
Ja.
Wir haben bei der Entwicklung des neuen Turbomotors im Wesentlichen 3 Ziele verfolgt. Er sollte erstens in allen Fahrsituationen ein gutes Ansprechverhalten zeigen und absolut willig den Kommandos seines Fahrers gehorchen. Im Stadtverkehr ebenso wie auf der Rennstrecke. Leistung war ein weiteres Thema. Es standen dabei nicht unbedingt irgendwelche absoluten Kilowattzahlen im Vordergrund, sondern vielmehr absolute Souveränität, das heißt ein Drehmomentverlauf, der keine Fragen offen lässt. Und drittens hieß es auch bei diesem Turbo wieder, Verbrauch und Abgasemissionen senken. Für die Konzept- wie auch die Serienentwicklungsmannschaft war das eine enorme Herausforderung.
Since the beginning of the 70s, Porsche has consistently been developing turbocharging technology. Our success proves we're on the right track. And since then, Porsche race cars with turbocharged 6-cylinder boxer engines have been the overall winners 14 times at Le Mans alone. Yes, from the mathematical standpoint, 6 cylinders are not as much as 8 or even 12, but with a sports car, it can be just the opposite. The technology at a glance. The block and cylinder heads of the liquid-cooled 3.6-litre sports car engine with 4 valves per cylinder are made of light alloy. The crankshaft is supported by 8 bearings. Forged pistons and locker-sill-coated aluminium cylinder walls will withstand the harshest demands. Like the original GT1, the turbo engine is equipped with a dry sump lubrication system. The system is provided with 4 oil pumps in the cylinder heads to ensure adequate oil supply even during extreme cornering and acceleration. The engine is equipped with 2 extremely responsive parallel turbochargers. The compressed manifold pressure is recooled to guarantee maximum cylinder fuel load. A Motronic ME 7.8 controller is in charge of engine management, and with a drive-by-wire throttle, this makes for a very dynamic combination. All engine parameters will continuously be synchronized and optimized. This affects not only performance, but also fuel consumption and emissions. To meet the client's requirements for both optimal road performance and higher torque at low engine speeds, we developed the VarioCam Plus for the turbo. VarioCam Plus incorporates axial camshaft timing combined with valve stroke control for both higher torque at low RPM and maximum performance at high RPM. The Motronic ME 7.8 controller allows this system optimum drivability, emissions and responsiveness in all road conditions. The measurement data of the engine proves it. The maximum output of 420 horsepower, 309 kilowatts, is reached at 6,000 RPM. The maximum torque of 413 foot-pounds, 560 newton-meters, is available between 2,700 and 4,600 RPM.
Die Schwierigkeit bei einem Kraftpaket wie dem Turbo ist, die Leistung zuverlässig auf die Straße zu bringen, in jeder Situation und über einen langen Zeitraum hinweg. Schließlich ist der Turbo, wie jeder andere Porsche auch, auf Dauerhaltbarkeit und Zuverlässigkeit ausgelegt. Es wäre ja auch für uns hier traurig, so viel Liebe zum Detail zu entwickeln, wenn man sich dieser Technik später nicht lange erfreuen könnte. Dem Antrieb kam da eine wichtige Rolle zu.
As requested by our clients, the turbo is available for the first time with a 5-speed Tiptronic S transmission. The system has been further developed to match the torque and power of the turbo. The Tiptronic S provides an infinitely variable shifting point to match your individual driving style and the road condition. It shifts just like you would. You can switch the transmission to manual control with rocker switches located on the turbo steering wheel. But you don't need to press a clutch pedal. The shifting times are extremely short at only 0.2 of a second. There's no interruption in acceleration. The standard drivetrain of the Porsche Turbo incorporates a new 6-speed transmission and full-time all-wheel drive. The 6-speed manual transmission is intended for maximum load and optimal driving convenience. All gears are perfectly matched and tuned to the torque curve of the engine. For the all-wheel drive version, a viscous disc clutch distributes the power between the front and rear axles. It transfers the torque and at the same time balances the RPM differences between the axles. The front axle receives at least 5% of the power and up to a maximum of 40%.
Ich bin immer wieder erstaunt, dass sich die Fahrdynamik des Turbo noch steigern lässt. Ob bei schnellen Last- oder Richtungswechseln, auf langen Geraden oder in schnellen Kurven. Diese Souveränität zu erleben, ist für mich jedes Mal ein echtes Vergnügen. Wenn man es so sieht, habe ich bei der ganzen Entwicklungsarbeit einen Job gehabt, der sehr viel Freude macht.
The turbo suspension was designed for agile road performance, superior handling and an extremely high level of driving safety. It can be characterized as sporty yet luxurious. The McPherson strut front suspension and the multi-link rear suspension with partially isolated subframe are the optimal combination for this turbo. Porsche's LSA philosophy, lightweight, solid, agile, was consistently put into practice here. The result is a low total weight and especially a low weight of unsprung mass. With the 6-speed manual transmission, the turbo reaches a top speed of more than 187 miles or 300 kilometers an hour. Depending on the road conditions, the turbo accelerates from 0 to 62 mph in 4.2 seconds.
Das Thema aktive Sicherheit beschäftigt Porsche-Ingenieure eigentlich schon seit Professor Ferdinand Porsche in Stuttgart sein Ingenieurbüro eröffnete. Wir haben immer nach Möglichkeiten gesucht, alle relevanten Komponenten optimal aufeinander abzustimmen, praktisch Synergien zu erzeugen. Beim neuen Turbo sind wir wieder ein gutes Stück weitergekommen.
At Porsche, each increase in road performance is coupled with an improvement in the safety features. In the Porsche 911 Turbo, we have installed racing-type monoblock brakes with a 4-piston fixed caliper. The ventilated discs have a diameter of 12.9 inches, 330 millimeters, in the front and rear, and are cross-drilled for maximum performance on wet roads. In combination with a 4-channel ABS Bosch 5.7, the system provides 4 times the braking power of the engine output. The highlight and a revolutionary innovation is the turbo's brake system. It will be the first road vehicle equipped with a new brake technology that comes straight from our test lab, the racetrack. The Porsche ceramic composite brake with ceramic carbon brake pads improve the braking efficiency, are extremely fade resistant and weigh only half as much as conventional turbo brake pads. The discs will practically last as long as the car. The pads about twice as long as on traditional brakes. The brake system can be upgraded. The other important safety aspect is our Porsche Stability Management, PSM. This is an automatic control system for the limits of road holding ability. Its principle of operation is complex, and the result is completely convincing. Sensors constantly record the direction of motion, vehicle speed, yaw and cornering speed of the vehicle. PSM uses this data to calculate the actual direction in which the vehicle is moving. If there is a deviation from the desired direction of motion, PSM intervenes in the engine control. It modifies ignition, injection and throttle position. If this is not sufficient to stabilize the motion, the system will initiate controlled braking of each individual wheel to stabilize the motion.
Bei über 300 Kilometer pro Stunde heben Flugzeuge vom Boden ab, weshalb unsere Aufgabe beim Turbo darin bestand, für sichere Bodenhaftung und eine sorgsam abgestimmte Balance zwischen Vorder- und Hinterachse zu sorgen. In intensiver Zusammenarbeit mit Styling und Konstruktion hatten wir zuerst mit einem geringen Luftwiderstand und ausreichendem Kühlluftangebot dazu beizutragen, dass die 300er Marke deutlich überschritten werden konnte. Das Resultat unserer Arbeit? Die aerodynamische Qualität des Turbo ist mit einem CW-Wert von 0,31 und nur 2 Quadratmetern Stirnfläche, soweit mir bekannt ist, in dieser Sportwagenklasse Weltspitze.
The contours perfectly fulfill the aerodynamic requirements and at the same time satisfy aesthetic expectations of the Turbo 911 concept. Actually, this car is almost too elegant for a turbo. While its design is unmistakably dynamic, it's not the least bit aggressive. Unique is the two-piece extendable slotted rear spoiler, patented by Porsche, reducing drag and lift. The spoiler automatically extends at a speed of 74 miles an hour or 120 kilometers an hour, basically tripling the area affecting aerodynamics and providing the downforce at the rear axle necessary at high speeds. Metallic paint is standard. Red brake calipers and 18-inch hollow-spoke alloy wheels in a turbo design are all part of its trademark look, as are the large air intakes at the rear wheels and the front spoiler. Bi-xenon headlights ensure perfect road lighting.
Als wir unsere Crashversuche mit dem Turbo begannen, hatten die Kollegen aus der Konstruktion schon ganze Arbeit geleistet. Denn Crashtests müssen nur den Erfolg konstruktiver Maßnahmen bestätigen. Erfolg heißt für uns in diesem Fall, dass auch der Turbo sämtliche gesetzlichen Forderungen zum Insassenschutz übertrifft, sowohl was die Karosserie als auch was den Innenraum betrifft. Trotz aller Routine, mir blutet jedes Mal das Herz, wenn wir hier so ein Auto zu Schrott fahren müssen.
Safety is the most basic need for all drivers. At Porsche, however, the basic safety features are never good enough for our clients. In comparison to the previous model, the Turbo comes with a totally new framework offering absolute protection in the case of collision. We were able to improve the structural rigidity of the body, consisting of sheet metal hot galvanized on both sides, by 50% and the flex strength by as much as 80%. Whether in a head-on collision, rear-end collision, side impact or rollover, the combination of intelligent design and high-impact materials, such as the door reinforcements made of boron steel, ensure optimum passenger protection. For maximum protection, the interior is equipped with 2 full-sized airbags in combination with the Porsche Side Impact Protection System, POSIP. This system includes side airbags, door reinforcements made of bore alloy and impact-absorbing door panels. POSIP provides greatly improved protection for head and chest.
Was man gerne vergisst, wenn man ein Auto so betrachtet, ist die Tatsache, dass man es als Fahrer vor allem von innen zu sehen bekommt, dass man quasi ein Teil von ihm selbst ist. Wir haben da in den letzten Jahren viel investiert, um die Ergonomie im Innenraum zu verbessern, um den Fahrer zum festen Bestandteil unserer aktiven Sicherheitsphilosophie zu machen, indem wir ihm ein rundum souveränes Gefühl vermitteln. Zwei Begriffe spielen da beim Turbo eine Hauptrolle: Kontrolle und Komfort.
Feel free to judge the Turbo's interior by its outer appearance. This is a world-class athlete in a tailor-made suit, a combination of pure power and elegant beauty. Standard equipment on the Turbo includes power seats with memory function on the driver's side, a telescoping 1.5-inch thick 3-spoke sports wheel and leather interior. Select from 5 interior colors. We don't really have to mention such things as climate control, power locks or anti-theft system with electronic immobilization and interior monitor. Another standard piece of equipment is the audio system CR22 with superior sound quality. Drive this Turbo and express your personality. We will fulfill virtually any of our clients' wishes, especially regarding the interior. Whether we're talking colors, materials or technical components, we have developed an extensive range of interior components which can be arranged in a variety of combinations. Choose from luxurious wood, fine leather, high-tech carbon as well as aluminium. Porsche Communication Management is available as an option for the Turbo. This integrated system combines GPS navigation, audio system and an onboard computer. All data is available on screen. Quick and easy. Another new feature of the Turbo is the central instrument cluster with multifunctional display. It includes the tachometer and an onboard computer with an easily readable dot matrix display. The computer instantly provides the driver with accurate data on all the important parameters. Complete control at your fingertips and in plain view.
Wir müssen verrückt gewesen sein, so ein Auto wie den ersten Turbo 1974 mitten in der Ölkrise gebracht zu haben. Aber ich denke, man kann das auch anders sehen, denn die Entwicklung des Turbo hat uns heute zu einem Sportwagen geführt, der weniger Schadstoffe produziert als mancher Kleinwagen. Sicher wird auch dieser Turbo wieder polarisieren, aber ich schätze, auch das ist zeitgemäß.
The outstanding emission levels of the new Turbo 911 result partly from the engine management system and certain steps during engine design, mainly from its exhaust emission system with an onboard diagnostic system. In as little as 10 seconds after a cold start, the two metal catalytic converters with stereo lambda control clean 98% of the exhaust gas. This Turbo not only substantially exceeds all current exhaust regulations, but also the known future requirements worldwide. The same is true for noise levels. And even when the Turbo reaches the end of its life cycle, it will not end up in a junkyard. It contains absolutely no asbestos, cadmium, mercury or CFCs. Up to 84% of it can be fully recycled. It consists of 56% ferrous metals and 20% light alloys such as aluminium and magnesium, which is more than many cars claiming to be made of aluminium. Our self-image has always required us to acknowledge the fact that exclusiveness is impossible without social acceptance. Our Turbo is a symbol of technology, a symbol of the future of the automobile. Porsche Absolute.